What up, everyone? It is time for my monthly review. Now, I was caught up, but then I got a little bit behind, so I'm behind once again, but luckily I'm not getting too many boxes this month or next month, so I should be able to catch up okay. Most of my trouble is just editing video and getting them out on time. Anyway, I think we only have 10 boxes this month, which sounds like a lot, but not nearly as much as I normally do, so we should be able to keep this video pretty short and pretty sweet. Not too much to say about this. For anyone tuning in for the first time, hi, welcome to the channel. This channel, is all about helping you, the viewer, find the best box. I get asked that all the time, what's the best box, and it depends. It depends on what you're into, it depends on what you like, what you're looking for. So that's what this channel is all about, this video specifically. I take the boxes of 1 month, put them all head to head, try to put them in order, but just to give you a glimpse of what each company's about and to help you pick one that may be suited for you. Because most people can't afford too many boxes, so they kind of just got to pick one. So hopefully at the end of the day, this video helps you out some. But keep in mind, this isn't a perfect system. I'm just trying to do the best I can. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to start off with number 10. Each time I talk about a box, I'll show a quick glimpse of a picture of everything that was in there. Keep in mind, if you just want to see what's in the boxes, you don't want to hear me talk, feel free to skip to the end of this video or any video I do to just see pictures and nothing else. So if you don't feel like waiting. Other than that, I'll talk for a few seconds about each box, talk about why it got the place it did, and that's pretty much it. Keeping it pretty simple. So, these are the boxes from the month of June. I know I'm a little bit behind. I always am. It takes me longer to do videos than most people because there's a lot more research that I do. Anyway, this month was actually pretty good. The month of June was pretty good for boxes. The month of May was pretty terrible, but this one was pretty good. They all had really high scores. So all of these boxes are the best ones from what I like. I don't have really any bad boxes this month. And for the most part, they were all pretty even. They all got similar scores. They all had pretty similar value percentages and things like that. So it was really hard to judge this. So don't get too caught up this month on the exact placement of them because they were really all like head to head with each other. It was a pretty great month overall, and I really liked it. But we'll talk about each one a little bit, and you guys can let me know what you thought. So, starting off with number 10. Number 10 is Super Geek Box. So this one got sent to me by mistake. I canceled it, but they somehow charged me for another month. I'm not sure how they did it to this day. But this one was so insignificant, I didn't even bother recording a separate video review for it because there was just nothing special about it. I'll show a quick picture of it. It was the same old thing you always get. It was a t-shirt, you got a Mopey's plush figure, and some third-party stuff in there, like they always do. So nothing really special about it. And the t-shirt design was a recycled design. Not exactly, but they had the same style before. They've used that same design for like 3 different crossovers, and they just used it again. It was fine, it was a fine shirt, but I'm just getting tired of them recycling it, and the quality of it's not super good. So this was easily on the bottom. This is the only one that didn't really compete with the rest. This was very easy to decide that this was in the 10th spot. I've canceled this one. It's just it hasn't been good in a long time, and it's just not worth it anymore. Same with One Up Box, so, you know, it just was here by mistake. I'm never going to see it again. So that's why that got number 10. Number 9. Number 9 was actually Lootaku. Now, I actually really like Lootaku. Lootaku is a good company and a good box. The only reason it got so low is, like I said, this was a really good month. A lot of boxes did very well. The month of June was just good overall. So that's really the only reason this got pushed down, because this is really a good box. It's a foreign box. This is from Hong Kong, so you typically get foreign items. This month we didn't get foreign items. We got, it was Game of Thrones, and we got a lot of American stuff, but sometimes we get foreign things, which is really cool, and that's why I like this box. It's also a lot bigger, and you get bigger ticket items, which I really like as well. So no complaints about this company or this box. I think it's really great, and I think they have really good stuff, and you get stuff that you don't see in America, which is cool too. And again, let me just reiterate, the only reason it got lower is because other boxes just did better this month. The only thing that brought this down was the value wasn't super high this month. They don't always do the best on value because since it's foreign, a lot of money is wasted on transit, just shipping it overseas. So it costs a lot of money to do that. So it's harder for this company to compete with values of American boxes. So it does get a little bit lower on the value, but you still got more than you paid for, so, and you get a good mix of stuff. I like the stuff they picked out, so I really like this box, but unfortunately it just, other boxes just did a little better this month. But it still is a great company if you'd like to see some foreign collectibles. So there you go. Lootaku. Number 8. Number 8 was Nerd Block Classic. So this company's been kind of so-so lately. It hasn't been super fantastic, but they've been kind of coming back a little bit. And this one had a good mix of stuff, and it actually had decent value too. So I like this one. It came with a book, a bookmark. The Dorbs figure wasn't exclusive or anything like that. A lot of things in here actually were not exclusive, but it was still good quality stuff. It was a good mix of things, but you know, it wasn't super special. There was nothing super amazing about it. You just got a good mix of stuff. So I don't think anyone would be disappointed with this one, but I don't think anyone would have really been bummed if they missed this one either. But this one is a good box in general just because it's a mix of everything from the Nerd Block Company. I've always been pretty happy with it. Lately it hasn't been so great, but I think they're going to turn it around. So only time will tell. Alright, moving very quickly. Right along. Number 7. Loot Crate. This box is usually always pretty good. I have pretty high confidence in this company. This month just wasn't that fantastic either. Not usually, a lot of times this box is 100% exclusive. Not always, but a lot of times it is. So we got a Dorbs figure which wasn't exclusive, and then we got some other stuff which was exclusive, but it wasn't that great. We got like a puzzle, and it's like, it was exclusive, but you know, who cares? It's a puzzle. And we got a tin print, I guess they were calling it, of the T-800 from Terminator 2, which is cool, but you know, I found it's kind of hard to display. It just kind of seems kind of weird, just the head cut out. I really did like the shirt though. The shirt design was pretty fantastic. And then we got a key and a pin, so it was decent stuff, and a lot of it was exclusive, but not super practical. And I didn't really feel like keeping a lot of the stuff, and I don't think it had a high resale value either. So, like I said, this is still a good company. This is still a good box, but this month just didn't hit it out of the park. Still good. You still got your values worth. Everything was fine. Just wasn't fantastic like some of the other ones were this month. So there it is. Alrighty. Number 6. Number 6 is Arcade Block. So this one is one that did a little better this month too. It's been kind of crappy lately. This one I thought was cool. It had interesting stuff in it, but again, a lot of it not super practical. An item I did really like was the sushi set that they had in there. They had an exclusive, like, not custom, they had a Street Fighter sushi set. You know, it's not super practical. I know a lot of people eat sushi in the US, but not too many people, I think, are eating it at home or making it themselves, so I can't see a lot of people getting a ton of use out of it, but it was still really cool. It was something different we've never seen before, and I liked the design of it. I thought it was very interesting and cool. I hope I do have a reason to use it, but most likely not. And then we also got like an ice tray, which is like, we've seen a million of those. A notebook, which we've seen a million of those. Stickers, we've seen a million of those. The print and the shirt. So it was all decent stuff. Everything was good in quality, but it wasn't anything special. I thought the sushi plate was really interesting and special, just not practical. Everything else is just kind of, some of it was exclusive, but it was just kind of common stuff that we've seen before. So again, this is a good box. It was worth it. Got your values worth and everything. Just didn't hit it out of the park. Nothing more to say than that. Alright, moving right along. It's going to be the shortest monthly review yet. Number 5. Number 5 was Loot Crate DX, the biggest box that I get. I really like this one, but it's kind of dangerous and it's kind of hit and miss. This is one of the most expensive boxes out there, and sometimes it does great and sometimes it just does okay. This month it did okay. I liked all the items in there. It had good items, and I think just about everything in there was exclusive. The only reason it got lower on the countdown is because it wasn't bigger items. The whole point of this box is to put bigger items or rarer items or more expensive items, the things that are nicer in quality. That's what it started out doing, and I would hope that's what it does in the future. Because if it's just putting a bunch of normal size items in there, then there's no point for this box. We can just get more of smaller boxes. The whole point of the big one is bigger items, more valuable items, classier, high-class items, and that's what I would hope for. This month didn't deliver that. We got stuff that you probably would have seen in the normal Loot Crate. We just got more of them. We got the headphones, the watch, the print book. It's like all stuff we've seen in like normal boxes. There was just more of it. And I really don't think that's the direction they should go. It's fine to keep it less items, but bigger items or nicer items, higher in quality with nicer material, things like that. So I really think that's the direction they should go because they have to set themselves apart from these other boxes. Otherwise, there's no reason you wouldn't just buy, like me, more of the smaller boxes. There's no reason. So that's the reason it got a little bit lower. It did fine on value, and the items in here were cool, but just not high in quality like you would expect from such an expensive box. So hopefully in the future they do keep it bigger ticket items because that's what will keep it around. Otherwise, it's just too expensive. With that much money at risk, if there's even one bad month, people are going to bail out because it's too much money. It's way too much money to throw away monthly. It's a ton of money to do that with. So they got to be a little bit careful with how they tread. All right, next, number 4. Beer's already getting warm. It's hot as shit out here. Number 4, Loot Gaming. So I thought this one was pretty great. We got a shirt, which I thought was really cool, awesome design. The hat I liked. Not everyone loved it, but I thought it was cool and interesting. The pop figure specifically, very, very valuable. It was one of the more valuable pop figures that I've probably seen from a box. It was just from Overwatch. It was the Tracer figure, but apparently it was very sought after. It's at the time I think it was valued at like around $50, or let me see. Wrote it down in here. What did I put? Yeah, it was at least $40 for that figure, and it kind of, I'm not sure what the value is still, but it stayed up there. It was very sought after. I listed mine, because I'm not a fan of it, so I listed it to sell, and it sold within the hour. It was very sought after, so we don't see exclusive pops from Loot Crate that much, but we did this time, and it really was valuable, and I hope they do that more. The other things in here were fine. It wasn't super special. It was a mouse pad, print, and pin, so that was kind of just filler, but I thought the pop was very valuable. I thought the t-shirt was very well designed, and I liked the style of the hat, so overall it did good. It had good value. It had a good mix of things, all in the gaming theme, so I thought it did quite well. And it's been getting better and better. Since this is the 4th box, I think. It started out okay, and it's been slowly getting better and better, which I like, so I'm excited to see where this one goes. I think it has pretty great potential. Alright, number 3. Number 3 was Marvel Collector Corps, the Women of Power. So this one was a good box. I always like this one. It's usually high in the countdown. This month's theme, I don't think hit home for a lot of people. I think if you're a girl, you definitely loved it. And I think a lot of other people did too. But, you know, it's kind of hard to make it about like just girls because that doesn't appeal for everyone. Because, I mean, some guys probably liked it, but a lot of them probably didn't. I think girls mostly liked it. It's kind of weird to gear it towards just women. Because if they honestly geared it toward just men, I think people would complain about it. But, so it didn't hit home for everyone. Not everyone loved the theme. But I thought they had good stuff in there. Their character choices weren't the best either. I think Squirrel Girl is cool, but I don't think she's that popular right now. Miss Marvel is going to be popular in the near future. She isn't quite yet. I don't think She-Hulk is popular. I think that's a stupid character in my opinion. Spider-Gwen is. She was on the shirt, but I just think the choices for characters weren't quite the best. I think they could have done a little bit better on the choices, but they're also very limited. There aren't that many really popular female characters in Marvel. There just aren't that many. So the theme on this one, it was a little more difficult for them to do. There weren't a lot of choices. I don't think it was the best choice to do that. I think they honestly should have picked like maybe just Spider-Gwen and done it on her because the other characters just aren't that popular at the moment. So not everyone loved the theme, but I thought the items in there were cool. I like that we got exclusive mystery minis, and it always has a good mix of stuff and decent value. So you can always count on them to give you good Marvel stuff. And I'm excited to see what they do with the Spider-Man one, but you know, this just wasn't their best Marvel one. No big deal. Alright, number 2. Number 2 was Comic Block. Now this box has actually sucked since it started. It's been terrible. But I had high hopes for it. This is the box I want to do really good because there's really no good comic themed box out there. There just has never been one from what I've seen. And this month, last month they did decent, and this month they did pretty good too. We didn't get a lot of items in this, but of what we did get that was exclusive, and we did get a good mix of stuff. and it all had good value. I thought the t-shirt had a cool design. If you're a big fan of the Miles Morales Spider-Man, which I think he's a pretty popular character. We got a Punisher pint glass, which was exclusive. Both comic books exclusive, one of which very valuable, extremely valuable, the Spider-Gwen one. The only thing that wasn't exclusive was the scaler, but it was Deadpool, and everyone loves Deadpool, so I thought that was a good choice as well. So you got a good mix of stuff, you got good value, you got exclusives. All around, I think they did pretty great. The only downside was you just didn't get that many items. You only got 5 items, and 2 of them were comics. So they could have put more items in there. That's the only thing they probably could have done better. But other than that, it's great. I like that they still keep in comic theme by putting comic books in there, and the fact that they have exclusive covers is exactly what you would expect from this box, because that's what it used to be before. And they're also putting other exclusive items, and it's comic themed, so all around I really like this, and I would find it hard to believe that anyone really hated this box. I think they had a good mix, good value. I think they did a really great job, and I hope they keep with this momentum, because this could turn out to be one of my favorite boxes if they keep going with this high momentum. And I think the reason for that is, like I said in the individual video of this, since they raised the price point, now everyone's paying $30, so now they have more money to put into it. Now it's doing better. And I hope they keep up with that momentum, because this has real potential, and I'd like to see where it goes. So that's number 2. Then, number 1. Alrighty. Number 1, the BAM box. Everyone loved this box. They did really, really great this month. Not only do they always give artwork that's both signed and numbered by well-known artists, we got an autographed picture from Ralph Macchio from Karate Kid. So that was really cool too, because he's very well known. That's a very well-known movie. And we also got a piece of original artwork from a cartoon. Depending on which one you got, it was either from Real Ghostbusters, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Back to the Future. It was a select from a bunch of cartoons from the 80s, but you got an original production drawing, not the cell, but the Duga, I think they're called, the original production artwork from that. So it's an actual original piece of art that was from a TV show that was on TV, and they actually used that piece of artwork, which is quite fantastic. To this day, I think they're the only ones that have put in original production artwork that's been published in some way. So although they, the production artwork isn't super valuable, to be quite honest, it doesn't have that high a value. It's just really cool that they did that. They went out of their way to give every single person that got the box an original piece of art, which I thought was pretty fantastic. On top of the print that was signed and numbered with the signature, and you also got a cool license plate and a pin. Everything about this box was fantastic. The value on it was amazing. You got almost triple your value. Like, all around, they did a fantastic job. The BAM box really is hitting it out of the park. They've always done a really good job, and this time I think they did the best, and I definitely think they deserve the #1 spot. Everyone who I've talked to that got this box was absolutely thrilled by it, and I think anyone would be. So I'm always happy to see this company. I'm excited to see what they do next month. I like that they're in contact with all these amazing artists, so I think that's pretty great. So, we got through this video in record time. Sped right through it, like I said. So hopefully this has helped you out in some way. Hopefully you've got a quick glimpse of all these companies, or at least 10 of them, and gotten an idea of what they're into, what they're about, and maybe see which one's geared towards you. Because like I said, I've picked the #1 for based on what most people think, but that may not be the #1 for you. You may like #5. It just depends. It depends on what you're into. I've done the best to lay them out, but again, it's up to you to implement your own interests and taste to see what you like specifically. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to hit up the comments, follow us on any form of social media, go to my About section to go Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. Feel free to hit me up if you have questions or anything like that. And also share these videos if you want to be entered in any contest. I do giveaways and prizes and all that stuff. So, thank you for watching. Love you all so much. See you in the box of July. Love you all. Peace.